All right, so we're still talking about finding images to use. There's a couple other methods that I've seen used. I haven't actually used an avatar image, like a caricature or a cartoon type drawing of an avatar. Although I've seen other people do that, so that could be another method that you could use. If you just go to Fiverr.com, that's Fiverr.com, you can search for all kinds of stuff, and you could say, let's say avatar, right here. See, these are cartoon, basically drawn avatars, and so essentially you could take an image from Google Images that's not even free. It says free to use or share. As far as I know, I'm not an attorney, but as far as I know, if you were to take an image from just any image and then have somebody create an avatar image out of it that's a cartoon, it becomes an original drawing, right? And then you could use that as a profile photo. Now, again, I have not done that myself, but I've seen other people do that, and I've seen those avatar images used as profile photos. So I'm assuming that would still work. And again, I just want to point out, disclaimer, I have not done that, but I think that's a way to open up your abilities to find to always have a unique image. Because one of the things is, if it's an image that's been used a bunch of times on the web already, then it can kind of lower the value or the quality of your profile, right? Just the same as like using an image in a page on a website that has been used a million times kind of lowers the value of that image on that page. It lowers the quality of that page, even in Google's eyes, because it's not a unique image, right? So the same can be said for profile images, right? And since there are so many, we have so many students and that are creating IFTTT networks and creating profile accounts and such, obviously, especially with Creative Commons images, there's a limited number that we can use. So chances are the same profile photos are used dozens and even hundreds of times already. So this is an alternative here that I've seen, that I haven't actually used myself, but I've seen it done, that I think could be a pretty good option. And for $5 you can get an image created for out of any photo that you find on Google Images. So if I just came over here and I said middle-aged, aged man smiling, just go to images and I find something on here that I like I know this one's been used 100 million times because I've seen it on a bunch of different sites, but let's just say I wanted to use this one, for example. I could copy this. I could copy this image or just provide a link to this image to a Fiverr provider. Let's say I just copied this and I went over to Fiverr and I said, okay, you know what? I will draw your avatar from your photo for $5. Click on that, and then scroll down and order the gig and send the URL to this image. And that way I'm not downloading it. I'm not violating any copyright laws. All I'm doing is having a cartoon avatar drawn from a photo found on the web, if that makes sense. And then you could use that as an avatar. So that's another method that you can use. The last method I want to talk about is going to YouTube, believe it or not. This one is a little bit more difficult because it's hard to search for a specific type of phrase like, man smiling. We can look for that, but I bet it's going to be hard. Middle-aged man smiling. You'll see the Smiling Man, which was like a horror movie or something like that. But you can, what I've found for like images to use in like blog posts, for example, when I'm trying to find a unique image that's it's 100% unique, which means Google gives it a little bit more value, and there's not a copyright issue, which you can find if you try to use stock images that you don't purchase a license for. You can get copyright notices sent to you, and you could actually be fined for it or even taken to court. So I never recommend doing that. So one of the things that I've done for like blog posts and things like that is I've come over to YouTube and search for what I'm looking for, and then a particular keyword, and then I come up here to filters, click on filters, and go to HD, so that all it's showing is HD videos. And like, here's a good one right here. So let's go ahead and open this video up.
Hello, friends.
Let's
Good
pause
night,
this.
mates. Welcome to.
Turn this down a little bit, and let's see if I can find a spot on the video where the camera's pulled back a little bit. Like, here we go. I don't care. That's good enough. Whatever. That works for me for what we're trying to do. we can click the theater mode. It makes it a little bit bigger. And then we could take a screenshot. So if I use my screenshot image here, or my screenshot tool, and take a screenshot of this face right out of a YouTube video. See that? Now, one thing is, let me actually cancel this because I want to show you why. One thing you want to do is, we selected HD, but you want to select out of settings and make sure that you have your settings at least 720p, because you saw that this was loaded at 480p. And so if we bring it up to at least 720p, it should get sharper. The image should get sharper. You see how it just got a little bit sharper when I changed it? If you want to go up to 1080p, you can. Like, here's a good one. That's fine. I'm going to click the screen capture image or tool again, and I'm just going to copy this like that and capture the image. And then I could go ahead and save this one as well. So I'm going to say Vernon Dunn 3 and click save. Save. Then if I open that back up in the image editing software, I can do something to hide that or get rid of that altogether. Okay, and I could use this as the actual photo. In fact, I could still flip this though if I wanted to make it more unique, right? So I mean, this is unique, guys, because it's coming out of a YouTube video. So this is not an image on the web anywhere, if that makes sense. So all I would do is go over to image, rotate, flip, horizontal, boom, there we go. And then I could do something like just cover that up with anything. You know, I could erase it or put something over it or whatever if I wanted. Doesn't matter. I wouldn't even care if that stayed in that photo, to be honest with you. But I could do something like, you know, draw on it with, let's see, we'll do fill. And that's not what I wanted. This is what I wanted right here. Sorry. See, I could just color that in, right? So that at least the words are gone. And then just use that as the image. See what I'm saying? So that's the other thing that you can do is just go to YouTube, find an image that works for you. Like always sort by filters, go to HD so that the only type of videos that show up are HD videos. Then click on the videos that you to try to find an image within a video that you want to use. Make sure you set your resolution to a minimum of 720p so that the image becomes sharp enough. And then just pause the video where you want to take the screenshot, take a screenshot of that image. Now you have a 100% unique and original image that you can use for your profile photo that's not been used a million other times, like perhaps a Creative Commons image would be used as well. So that gives you two options there, using a Fiverr video, a Fiverr avatar image, or excuse me, I said Fiverr video, a Fiverr avatar image or a screenshot from a YouTube video. Either one of those are going to give you images that are more unique or even 100% unique, okay? And those are just some additional options that you can use if you find the Creative Commons images are just overused, which seems to be the case.